Hi, my name is Toby, and in 2019 I inherited an abandoned 248,000 square metre farm in the northwest corner of Tenerife, inside the Tenor National Park. I'm now clearing 50,000 square metres of overgrowth, restoring a 100-year-old farm building, rediscovering 200,000 square metres of virgin forest, and setting up the location for a self-sustainable lifestyle centre where parents can send their teenagers to discover how their grandparents lived 100 years ago in a modern, eco-friendly, off-grid homestead while they star in their own YouTube reality TV show. Here they will find out about solar and wind energy, discover how water is sourced naturally, how to domesticate farm animals, plant, grow and harvest crops, and also enjoy outside pursuits such as hiking, climbing, mountain biking, nature watching and stargazing. And all this in one of the best climates of the world. Follow our journey from the very start as we begin and develop this adventure, a massive project to bring useful purpose to this abandoned land. Become an active part of our dream to bring a sustainable lifestyle to this place of outstanding natural beauty. We are the Buena Vista Rural Club. Old ways, new paths. Hello, good morning and welcome to an early start here at the Buena Vista Rural Club. Say hello, Listo? He's here for his breakfast. And it's a fantastic day. We've come down early because the sun comes out and it's fierce now. But look what a beautiful sunrise almost that we're having here. It's 8:45 in the morning. The sun takes a while to get here, but the moon, she's still out. And you can see that a lot of the farm is still in shadows because the sun takes a while to get up over that hill. And here in the barn, the lads are taking out the feeding trough. All of that's coming out today. These steels are going in. I was up last night here with Domingo, and we were talking about how to secure that top plate along the top, and we're going to use these two steels to prop it up so that it has a support, two supports coming up, and we hope to get the wall plates finished today and up and ready so that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week we can put on the roof. That's the next exciting thing that's coming up here on the Buena Vista Rural Club. And then once the roof is on, maybe we can take a rest. So it's now 10:30 in the morning, and I'll show you the scene in here. Let it speak for itself. And Jesus out here, the baseballer, hitting a home run every time. And I was just saying, do we remember how this used to look before? As they used to say, we're getting there. Have a look at this stone that they're getting out here. This is...
Cuidado ahí con la manito.
No, las manos queden.
Ahí. Empujo. No, no, aguántate. Así. Ahora sí. Ahora sí. Quédale entre los dos. Dale. Ya, sube antes que me quede sin mano. Eso. Y que písalo. Eso, póngale el pie ahí. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3. 1, 3. No, compadre.
Pon algo por debajo de la piedra para que no se caiga para atrás.
Ya.
Ya. Good grief.
Esta piedra la pusieron ahí.
Coge la cámara. Cuidado.
The best.
Once a mandingo, always a mandingo.
Mandingo.
El mandingo. ¿Y la de ahí?
Ese también. Yo viendo para todos lados. The stone is impossible of out.
Let's get that stone out. Hey, quítate ahí. Cógelo ahora, cógelo ahora. Métete ahí.
Lo siguiente, mire.
Ahora sí. Ruédala para acá. Eso. Son of a bitch. Hey, home run. We got it on film. We got it on film.
Aléjate de mí. No, ahí sí senté. Si quieres que yo me caiga. La potente. Dale, ponga tú también. Aguanta, compadre. 1. Porque es lo que yo estoy empujando.
A ver si la puedes rodar. Hacia allá.
Ay, Dios, que no me caiga. Sí. Quede tranquilo, venga. Venga de aquí. Ay, qué vaina. Vamos. Ay, va. Ya salió. Quiero ver más. Te quiero ver más. Allá hay dos más para de aquí para allá. Y allá hay otra. Y esa que está ahí es otra. Imagínate.
Hello, good morning and welcome to another edition of the Buena Vista Rural Club here at El Palmar in northwest Tenerife, where we are about to get into a very exciting stage of the project. We're about to put the roof up here on the barn. This week we will definitely complete that task. I hope I haven't spoken too soon. How are we starting the day here? First of all, putting in the base plate. Here, the wooden base plate. It's the first one in. And basically that fits inside the groove. Let me show that, Dave. Just a second. Here, like that. And it's painted in liquid asphalt, which is the black paint got down here. That's liquid asphalt. And it goes on and it waterproofs the bottom of it, so that if water does get into it, it will seal out the water. And Samuel starting the day by painting the rendered wall up here with some epoxy paint, which not only seals the concrete, but it also waterproofs the surface of the concrete. Okay. Lift this up and put it into place. And rather ironically, it's pissing down. Or should I say, dribbling down. And then this is going to go this way round.
Lose my ladder here, I think.
Pull it right over into the side. There. That's where we need it. And then persuade it. Okay. Right. And then in. What we're doing here is we're cutting out the groove for the base plate in the wall plate itself. But that plate that we bolted on, the bolts are going to go here in these holes, and there, and then this bit fits on top of the base plate. I think they get the idea. So I'm bedding this in rock and cement. See a bit of that. And Dave's doing the other side. We're not building a house. Hello and welcome back to another morning here at the Buena Vista Rural Club. Samuel and I have turned up. I'm afraid that Dave bit the dust. What do you think of my new braces? Keep my trousers up. We're coming into the final stages of the roofing. You'll be glad to know. Up here we fitted, yesterday we fitted the steel RSJ, as we call it, steel girder, and that steel girder has a wooden top like this one onto which the beams are going to be fitted.
So the beams are going in here, there's 16 of them to go in, and those we're going to start fitting in a minute. But first of all, we're going to fix the wood in. You can see that we're fixing them in here with screws from the side just to hold the beam in place. So here I'm about to cut the first beam. What I've done is I've measured from the wall plate a 90-degree angle, which of course turns out to be a 12-degree pitch, which is what we've calculated to be the angle of the roof. In other words, this is the wall plate here, and this is the cut. Parallel to that is the bird's mouth, and at 12% from that, that is the cut. In our case, the bird mouth is going to be right on the end of the beam, and let's cut it. Make the first cut. And we'll dot. Here goes, let's make the first cut. So there we have 12%, which is coincidentally the pitch of the roof. The pitch of the roof being this bit goes up. There is the bird's mouth. Well, we've been quite busy. It's just gone 12 o'clock, and it's fair to say that rain has stopped play. We've got to stop because the rain has made it impossible to continue. But we have succeeded in making the first bird mouth and the first beam. Interestingly, the beam measures 444, as it did in the last video, from bird's mouth to bird's mouth, and from the top to bottom is 466, a difference of 22 centimeters. Now, those of you who are mathematicians will be able to work that out, but I can't. And I've got to say that I don't really understand the science of it all. I just have watched enough YouTube videos to make it work. And the pitch of the roof is 12%, like we had calculated on paper using various scientific and mathematical methods. So, rain stopped play. We're off home. Some well soaking, I'm soaking, but we did get a few more rocks up on there last night, put up, and the gutter seems to be working, dripping down the water. So until tomorrow, Bye. Back now. There's much less rain today. There has been some. More blue skies in the background there. Thank goodness we're able to get ahead, and we have been getting ahead off camera. Apologies. We've actually got the first 1, 2, 3, 4 beams up. We've got 16 to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you up with a time lapse so that you can see them going up, hopefully one after another. Let's see how we go before we run out of battery. Not bad eye. Oh, that's terrible. We'll take you to the vet. So we've reached the 8th beam. That's the middle for diddle, and it's now 1:45, so we're breaking for lunch, and we'll resume the time lapse in a little while. Let's go. So now we're going into the last one, and Samuel's going to film it in close-up, and we're going to go through it bit by bit so you can see exactly how we did all of these ones up here. Okay? So Samuel, let's go. Okay, here goes the final beam. Ready? Well, I've got to say that I've done a few DIY projects in my life. This one here, these rafters here, are for you, Neil Davidson. So you don't think it's a DIY project?
I don't think so.
Okay. I think that's probably one of the most challenging things I've ever done. It's certainly one of the most worrying things I've ever done. I've worried about this for months and months. I've dreamt and lived every cut of every beam several times in my sleep
over the last few months. Well, tomorrow we'll be putting these battens on. They'll go diagonally across, and those will be the battens on which the tiles will be laid. So we're not out of the woods yet, but we're in the home straight. Anyway, that's for another day, and I'll see you really soon.
Through the fields of our paths, feelings part our ways, keeping us close but estranged now. Dreams holding us closer, meadows of our youth, 107 days, but recalling it backwards. Our dreams holding us closer.